Hello, and welcome to Purchase Broadcast Studios. I'm your host, Alyssa Richards. With social media, cultures have become easily accessible. Online, they can be appreciated and celebrated, but on the other hand, they can be appropriated and commodified for humor. This happens with Black culture. Black people's history of mockery in America travels back a long time. With social media, it persists and reinvents itself as digital blackface. Drawing origin from blackface, digital blackface is when a non-Black person uses Black imagery or African American vernacular English, AAVE, to portray a Black persona online. Internet slang has adopted some phrases from AAVE, causing non-Black people to use them, often incorrectly. As this has become prevalent in online spaces, we asked students how they felt about it. Here's what they have to say.
I actually see this all the time because I avidly go on Twitter, and it's very weird, and I don't like it at all. Like, a lot of the language that people use, like misusing like AAVE, different slang, stuff like that, and then like you can click on their profile and like they're just a random like non-Black person. 9 out of 10 they're like a white person.
I know that
They should have.
I'm a very expressive person, so a lot of people think that, oh, Black people are very expressive, so therefore I can use them as my emoji or to make an expression. And it's kind of like, but you are your own person, like your own expression.
I've heard of people like using accents to try and like imitate Black culture in order to like portray like humor or like some like false sense of character.
And it's like, it's really weird when you see the persona like they place when they're on social media and TikTok and trying to get views and trying to be funny and get a laugh out of people, but it's always a Black persona. It's never, but then you move and see them in other wider spheres where now it's all of a sudden the mood has changed and you're not speaking with all the slangs and all the theatrics you put on when you're not trying to be funny. You want to be taken seriously, but then that's Black people's reality. A lot of times it appears in like the white queer community, stuff like that, overusing terms that don't really apply to them and misusing them, and it's just a weird vibe overall to just see that like on your feed, and it's like, you don't really talk like that, and we can tell you don't talk like that because you're not even saying it properly.
For instance, you wouldn't use the word stud for someone who's not Black. I think if you're not a Black person, these things, you should be very wary about how you use them because it's not intended for everyone collectively, because they do come from people that are of similar identities.
Like, we can kiki and haha about, yeah, we're both happy to be queer, but once you start to step in my bounds and make me uncomfortable for being Black, and now you're trying to take on a Black persona because you think you're entitled to that because you're queer and you shame and you have some nature of oppression, is weird. Because you're not Black and queer, you're white and queer, and there is a difference.
You are actively using the words of my people, yet when it comes to actually using those same words to speak up for my people in times of crisis, you're silent. And it makes it seem as though what I'm saying you can be influenced by, yet you're not willing to be a part, so it just feels like a appropriation instead of appreciation.
A couple decades prior, AAV or Ebonics wasn't even considered a language, and it was shunned in schools, and they would like basically bash students or Black students for speaking like that in schools. But now it's funny, it's hee ha ha joke. Oh, Instagram Reels talk about YNs, like, oh, it's funny now, but back then it wasn't a joke. It was, we were uneducated and stupid, and we didn't know nothing. So
the microaggression, it's so weird. And I feel like you do see white women or white girls with the long lashes and long nails and the wigs and all that stuff, so why does it have to be our stereotype?